So, dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Here we are with this third section about distribution. So, this is the third P, place for place or placement, but we most often use the term distribution. And distribution is a very important and crucial aspect that involves getting products from the producer to the hands of the consumer. So this section will cover the importance of distribution channels, how they add value, and the different strategy used by companies to optimize their goals. So before we dive deeper, let's clarify some key terms that we'll use in distribution, and they are very common in distribution. So first is distribution itself. Distribution refers to the process of making product available to consumers. Unlike logistics, that may seem the same but is a bit different. Logistics is much more the management of the movement of goods, ensuring they get from point A to point B in the most efficient way. So most of the time, logistic managers are engineers rather than marketers. Then you have supply chain. Supply chain is also very common a term that is used in the field of distribution, and it involves the entire network of suppliers, manufacturers, all the actors actually that are involved in distribution. So it includes suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, wholesalers, retailers, and all those actors are working together to produce and deliver the product. Here we see how distribution channels add value to the product flow. As you can see, the first image shows a direct distribution model with no intermediaries. You notice there are a lot of transactions between the company and the consumer. In contrast, the second image shows a model with intermediaries, which reduces the number of transactions needed while reaching the same number of customers. The reduction in complexity is one of the key advantages of using intermediaries in distribution. Okay, next is the distribution function. So let's look deeper into those functions that add value. First is the information. This is a very important function of distribution, because actually it is in stores that the purchase take place, and distributors gather and share the information about customers, about their needs, about their behavior inside the stores, about the market trends, and all this information will go to companies. So there's a kind of feedback which is very important that is carried out by the distributors. Next is the risk-taking. What we mean by risk-taking is that by accepting to sell the company's product, distributors are sharing the risk, especially when the product is a new product which is not known, and it's like the companies and distributors are taking both the risk, financial risk, in selling this product. Then you have promotion. Promotion is very important. Actually, sales promotion, which we will cover in the next section, are done through stores. If stores hadn't been there, it will be very difficult for companies to have sales policies, because most of the time sales are done in the stores. And there's some very famous tips or techniques that are very common among retail stores. For example, you have point of sales systems and point of purchase advertisement or advertising, and this means that there's particular promotion that are done, and also advertising. Sometimes, because advertising is not always done through medias, sometimes you have advertising in stores, which will help customers to pick one particular product over another. And the fourth function of distribution is, of course, physical distribution. Distributors manage the logistic of transportation of transporting goods to the final consumers, because this is not the company's job. The company's job is to produce a particular kind of product, but it is not its job to ensure the physical distribution. So all these functions contribute to the value that distribution channels provide to both companies and consumers, because to consumers, thanks to distribution channels, the product is made available to consumers. Otherwise, either the customers will have to wait that the product is delivered at home, or they have to move to the factory to get the product. So distributors, they provide all those functions and add value to both sides, which are companies and customers. Now let's talk about intermediaries. There are two main types. The first are wholesalers. Wholesalers are typically businesses that buy products in bulk and sell them to retailers or other businesses. So for consumers usually don't deal directly with wholesalers. Then you have retailers. On the other hand, retailers sell products directly to the final consumers, whether it's a physical store or an online platform. The key difference is in the target market. Wholesalers focus on business to business, while retailers are much more focusing on B2C, which is business to consumers. This slide shows the different levels of distribution, which depend on the number of intermediaries involved. At one extreme, we have direct distribution, where the manufacturer sells directly to consumers with no intermediaries. On the other hand, we see distribution with two intermediaries, namely wholesalers and retailers, and where products pass through both wholesalers and retailers before reaching the consumer. Each level adds complexity and costs, of course, because each one have to add margin, but the goal is always to increase efficiency and reach more customers. Okay, so now let's look at distribution intensity. Distribution intensity refers to how widely a product is available. So the first distribution intensity strategy is for the company to make intensive distribution. And this is the case when the product is made available in as many outlets or stores as possible. Think of products like soft drinks or snacks, groceries, which are everywhere. And the second option in intensity would be selective distribution. And this is more selective, which means that products are only sold in a few specific outlets. For example, electronic or appliances, or maybe sometimes sports items could be an example of selective distribution. Then you have exclusive distribution, and this is the most selective. This is the case for products that are available in only a limited number of high-end or specialty outlets. This is very common with luxury brands and for very unsold products. Finally, let's explore distribution strategies. Companies can choose how they want to approach the market. The single channel mean that the distribution or the selling is done through only one channel. For example, just a physical store or an online store. So just one channel, but we could say that the company chooses not to diversify the channels. So there's a unique way to sell to consumer. Multi-channel is quite the opposite, because here the distribution involves using more than one channel. Like, for example, the company will have physical store and also an online shop or online platform. Cross-channel is something a bit different. It is a strategy that is used when customers interact across channels. Like, for example, they can browse online, but when it comes to the purchase, they pick or they buy the product in the store. So it is both online and in store, but it concerns the same transaction. This is what cross-channel mean. It means that for a same transaction, the customer can use different channels. For example, you can go online in for a particular company. You can choose your product online and compare between products, and then you go on store and then you purchase the product. So in the same transaction, you have used, as a consumer, you have used different channels. So cross-channel is very different from omni-channel, because omni-channel goes even further. It offers a seamless experience across all channels, so customers can move from one to another without disruption. The goal here is to provide a consistent brand experience wherever and whenever the customer interacts with the brand. Okay, so it could be more than one transaction. So we would say that omni-channel is the most advanced distribution strategy, because it ensures that the consumer will use both the physical and the digital element together in real time, and creating a very unique shopping experience. For example, customer could, let's say, imagine if you want to buy a cloth, or if you are in a clothing retail store, you can find the QR code next to the product. You can scan the QR code with your phone, and then you will have details about the product and the customer review while you are still in the store. So this is gathering or combining between both physical and digital at the same time. So it's really considered as the most advanced, which companies have to develop. It's a key success factors for company to have omni-channel strategy. So now that we've explored how products reach consumers, it's time for us to move on to promotion policy. This will be done in the next video, because promotion are the last, constitute the last, and the fourth and the last P among the 4 Ps. So we'll discuss this in the next video, so see you very soon.